Hi everyone, my name is Ruth Vasquez. This is the You Ought to Know project for English 330, Dr. Justin Clifton. Today we will be looking at the web writing guide for the top 10 uses to create a web page, in which I selected, in which I believe might help others create a basic web page, or it could just be easier for them. Here are my 10 bullet points in which I selected that served me, and hopefully it can serve others. The first one would be know your audience. Second one, write short, simple sentences. Third, put your most important information first. Fourth, write for scanners. 5, make an individual impression. 6, keep the action in your content writing. 7, tone. 8, sub-headlines, lists, and scannings. 9th, formatting. And 10th, finally, use common language. The first one is you know your audience. Knowing your audience is very crucial. This is one of my first or key points before I created my web page, is knowing who you're going to be writing to. In my case, I was going to be writing to a group of students, technically, who are struggling with the theory of the vindication of women's rights, which is a theorist by the name of who wrote that book, by the name of Mary Wollstonecraft. She was during the French Revolution. So this is the concept of theory. Theory can actually be very, at times, complicated and hard to understand. So it's always interesting, or it's always just good to know who your audience is in order for you to be able to deliver the abstract or the message through your web page. Following from that, I took a snapshot from my web page, and here's an example as to why it's good to know your audience. I have created these types I placed these terms here for my audience. If it was a regular student from my class, they would understand that these are the key terms before understanding any audience, before understanding any theorist. Usually when people are trying to understand theory, they don't know what's the grasp of the concept. So in order to understand any theorist, you have to know where or how to define them. And here is one of the parts that I placed for my audience. Following from that is number 2, write short, simple sentences. The simpler or the shorter, the better is usually best. When anybody glances through research of Google or such things like that, it's best just to write simple and easy. Here's another screenshot from my web page. I basically put Mary Wollstonecraft's feminine philosophy in a short paragraph and summarized it, so everybody or anybody who's looking into it could understand it quickly and easy. My third point is put your most important information first. Here I took 2 snapshots of my web page, and it basically shows what normative theory is, which is the most important concept when it came to Mary Wollstonecraft. It's always crucial to place your most important information first, because in some senses the structure of it can be like a go-getter, and people would, since it's the internet, you could actually just see it visually, and if it delivers, you stay on it. That's usually the way it works when researching. Number 4 is write for scanners. As I mentioned before, it's easier just to go quick and easy when it comes to making a web page. Here in this case, I created, I have here, this is human consent concept, and it's a picture of it. So usually when people see visual and big headings, like, individuals will just glance through it, and it's best to have short paragraphs, because the smaller, like I said, the smaller the better for any other individual that is just looking for a quick answer. That's usually why we use web pages. Number 5, make your impression visual. As you've seen in the previous slides, I have had various visuals for my web page, and that is only because sometimes just reading off a web page isn't enough. It can actually be a bit dry. So having visuals that support your sentences or your paragraphs may help, as in this case, I took another screenshot. It's I use the theory of idealism, and I have a short paragraph, but at the same time, she basically, Wollstonecraft argues that women need to be educated in order to define their true potential, and I have a picture here of women who are actually being educated through third world countries. Number 6 is keep the action in your content writing. It's best just to create a web page in which the content of your writing is joyful or just keeps a constructive tone throughout your web page. It's never good to be in different parts of a web page. It's best to be in a swirl and thorough web page. Number 7 is tone. Keeping a joyful tone or a steady tone throughout your entire web page is key. You don't want to sound so sad or just like moody or just in different types of tone through your web page. As you can tell here, in my previous slides, it follows through from women's action, and in this case, it jumps from what a woman is to finally what the fairness between in today's society. Number 8 and 9 is subheading list, subhead list and scanning and formatting, and usually these two are pretty straightforward. Always use subheads for creating web pages because they're attention seekers, and formatting. Always start from beginning to end. Don't be all over the place. As here, I finish with advocacy and then conclusion. That's usually best. And finally, number 10, use common language. Please use a language that everybody's able to understand. You don't want to be running around everywhere. So as of now, this is it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you.